just 1-for-1 is good enough. DQZ surfing, great. What was that surf, man?
This is the ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup number 7. This is the second semi-final between Germany and Russia. They are fighting for a place in the final to face off against Poland. We have Russia in the blue, Germany in the red. This is Gullywash. This was picked by Russia, so you expect them to come out strong on this mid-fight, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see who takes the first kill of this game. Neef is already in the shutters. Ooh, nice bomb there. And a reflect onto DQZ. Quirky go down as well, thanks to Birdie. Doing good work there. 2 players down for the side of Russia. They're gonna back away from the situation, make sure that Pahan survives, and then Jack is going to build his Uber, just pushing forward. So aggressive is Danny from Swift, but he's gonna be taken out by Broken, and seems that the entire Russian team is just being whittled down by Germans. They're going to lose Pahan there as well, and that means they have full advantage, and they're pushing on with the aggression.
Yeah, Mezzo already has 5 kills on the board, and he gets a really crucial one down onto Pahan, also takes down Fridge. So no Pyro, no heals. Germany already onto last. They haven't quite finished the second cab. It's getting blocked by Vikman, but eventually it does go down. Actually, the respawns are coming in from Russia. It might be enough, actually, for no Germany on the point, and they take a very, very quick first round. We can quickly do some rosters here, as we didn't do it in the pre-game. Germany are going to have Cubone on Scout, Danny Soldier, Rez Pyro, Murphy Demo, Quintosh Heavy, Zamperoni, aka Walter Weiss on Engineer. Jack is playing Medic, replacing Tomato, who is normally their sniper. Birdie is playing sniper. Sorry, Medic. Birdie is playing sniper instead of Denkra, who's unavailable, and Mezzo is on Spy. We'll come back to Russia later. So we've got another mid-fight, Jake.
Yeah, and that last round was just such a matter of fact for Germans. Like, they just simply walked over Russians like they were just butter, and they were the knife. And here, Otka on the side takes down the sniper, but here comes an amazing headshot from Broken, taking out the medic. That's huge for Russians right now. They're going to be able to stabilize on this middle point as Fridge comes in, W plus and 1, burning everyone. Mezzo is alive on 3 HP. He's going to go down as well. It's only Danny that is alive, and Walker is just there, aiming at the air as kind of like a victory stands for the Russians as they're stabilized themselves on that middle point. Danny's on the second right now. He's going to get shot down by DQZ.
Yeah, Danny was lurking behind it. We can quickly do the Russian roster as Birdie gets a headshot onto Utka, who's going Birdie with the headshot onto Pahan. That is so big. Pahan was on the point. He had no other games with him, and that is in fact going to be a drop. That is the huge advantage that was in the hands of Russia there. After doing so well in that mid-fight, it is just taken out. And Pahan and Utka just getting domed there by Birdie. And Germany now in the ascendancy. They have a 50% advantage walking onto mid.
That's absolutely huge, and look at this DQZ spot. He's up there, he's just waiting for an opportunity. Danny comes in, takes down Broken, good pickup. No more sniper in this long sight line, but Russia will have to back away. Jack is still building the overcharge. Great bomb by DQZ, taking down Jack to less than 50 HP, but he does survive, and he has 100%. Anything can blow him off the map at any point, but it looks like Russia will just try to solidify themselves onto the second with 60%. They're building really fast. Coming in onto the second right now is Germany. They have all the cards in play and 100% supercharge in tow. They're going to try to get that second point. Russia stabilizing themselves onto last with almost 100.
Yeah, they are going to be using this Uber into last. They're trying to get some kills, but they've only managed to get Fridge so far. They've lost Quintosh. They're going to get some more now, but the counter Uber comes in from Pahan, and they're just keeping the players alive on the point. Walker, though, will get sniped by Birdie, and that's a lot of HP off the battlefield. Walter Weiss coming in. In comes Murphy as well, and Danny. They got the spam classes on the point, but DQC with those crisp rockets, he's going to save it. It's only Birdie. He's going to run towards the point. He's got 2 weak plays. Manages to take down 1, but it's only Fridge alive, the last man standing, who saves that point from Germany going to a quick 2-0.
Absolutely mental there. Just Fridge and DQZ saving this point. Now Cubone is fighting against the Pyro. He's gonna get taken down to low HP, but he does survive, and he's also reunited with Jack, who's building his supercharge. Pahan slightly slower because he did survive a bit longer. Otka is just going to join back with Medic. DQZ on the side there, taking down the Spy, at least taking down the cloak that he had, and Utka still building the overcharge, but he's still about 20% behind. Knocking on the door is Germany. They're moving into the lobby area. They're positioning their pawns here. Danny once again is putting some rockets into the shutter, but he's not going to be able to do just enough to do anything of worth.
Yeah, Quintos is actually underneath, but he's been spotted out by Walker straight away. And maybe going in for a cheeky point play there as the Uber comes in. Bahan goes down to the pipes. He didn't have the Uber yet. He was so close. He was like 92%. It's not going to be enough, but somehow Russia is still holding on to this. They've only dropped those two players, Fridge and Bahan, and the rest of the Russian players just don't die. They clean up Gorky with the kill there onto Jack, and the only survivor is going to be Birdie, who's going to get a couple more kills. Man's been popping off so far this game, but Russia holding strong on this last point a couple of times in a row now, and Germany seem to be in control. They're the ones initiating all the pressure, but Russia showing, hey, you're still going to have to fight tooth and nail for every single inch of this map.
Absolutely huge there from Russia. Once again, they managed to solidify themselves and retake the second point. Pahan, they're quite far forward. He might be basically shot by Birdie. He's been popping off, but no, he's going to back away into those shutters a little bit further back. Danny have a little bit of a scuffle there with DQZ fighting off, but it seems that Danny's going to win and immediately get cleaned up by Utka, who then in turn gets cleaned up by Birdie with a body shot. So it's just exchanging kills left and right. Russia slightly ahead in terms of Ubers, but they are missing two players there. Birdie with that scope, but here comes Vikman with two stabs in a row, takes down two players, huge play. He does survive himself at full HP as well. He's just going to be able to cause a bit more trouble on the flank for the German team.
Yeah, that's really opened up big door now. You can see Utka and Meef are just kind of circulating their way there. Russia had a huge advantage. Oh my word, I was going to say they had a huge advantage, but it's been turned into equal. But the huge snipe coming in from Broker takes Jack down at 99%. So this huge advantage is still huge now, 100%. Bahan's not used yet. In comes Cubone trying to go for the force. Bahan is not going to use for that. He has 5 players around him. It's in fact, it's going to be Broken opening the things there. Oh no, Birdie gets the body shot. The medics are dropping left, right, and center here.
Oh my god, it is just absolute mayhem when it comes to medic and survivability. They just cannot stay alive for the life of them. Here, Rez trying to just shoot down the soldier as he's passing by, but it seems that DQZ is going to be the one who's going to die without any heals from the medic who's just now respawned. It's going to be very difficult for Russians to really hold on this middle point as Jack has a respawn. He's on 50% already. Murphy is trudging the path. He's walking forward, just kind of seeing he's broken. He's like, watch out. You got to be careful with that sniper because both snipers are very dangerous on this map. And they're going to be able to just get this middle point without too much opposition with Bahan catching up slowly but steadily to Jack.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I always wonder, you're a medic main as well, like myself, Jake, or you were back in the day when we were younger. We were younger men, and I do wonder, when your sniper gets a huge pick, what they're thinking when you in turn get sniped yourself. Like they've put in as much work as possible, and then you kind of die as well. But Germany here, not even needing to use their Uber. They're just kind of going in, pressuring big door. They get a couple of kills. But the medics are just staying safe. They get the second cap, and now we're doing this infamous big door kind of hold here from Germany, just sitting here seeing if they get any picks before they push into last.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you were saying is with playing a medic on such a high level is just such a difficult job, and you can see right now the medics have decided to be a lot more passive since the flank classes for both teams are just so dangerous here. Oh, look at this. Meath just tries to take the sentry through to a better spot and just gets body shot by Birdie once again. That sniper's just absolutely destroying the flank there. Vikman there on the side looking for some trouble. He's gonna find it, and Danny cleans him up, and then Uber gets popped on both sides really. Quarky trying to push away the red team, and they do it just well enough, but it seems that red team is not willing to just kind of leave this point alone. They're losing a lot of players there. Jack is pretty much, doesn't have that much left. They're pushing onto the point. They're just stacking as much as possible. Jackie and Murphy are the only ones alive. Murphy is the only one alive. He's gonna clean up. No, he's not. He's still 60 HP. He's trying to take down Bahan. Bahan goes down, but that's the entire team wipe. No one there to finish off the cap, and only 2 players up for the Russian team.
I was just gonna say, this is really bold from Germany, going in for a trade and maybe what are they doing? They struggled to push last a couple of times now, and doing it on an equal Uber situation. I don't know why they were trying to do that, but they had the cheeky point play. They had enough players in water that when things were collapsing, they had players on the point, and really Russia should have won that happily, but Murphy just beasting manages to get the kill onto the medic. So now Germany do have about a 20% advantage, and they've been building really well actually. They've been consciously trying to get the heals out, and you can see Russia are aware of this. They know they don't have an advantage or even an equal uber situation. Uka, Fridge and Broken are already trying to push it out from top. Danny is there, but Uka is all too aware on a 6k right now. I guess a 7k takes down Bloody as well. Germany are in big door, but Russia have the high ground.
Yeah, they do have the high ground, but Germany has the Ubercharge. They are missing 3 players, however, one of them being Quintage. That's just a lot of force off the battlefield here. They're still holding on to that second point, but now it's just being recapped by Murphy with no opposition. Walker comes in from the balcony, just trying to spam out Murphy, but he's just not budging. DQZ in the lobby of that con just comes in, cleans up house. Murphy's so low, but so is Walker. He's being healed up. Nice headshot there by Broken onto the spy, cleaning out that flank that dangerous by Pahan up there, still with that 100% as Jack used his. And still, we're at a bit of a stalemate. The point is halfway done. Broken still causing mayhem. Murphy almost by himself, but no, he's just being reunited. Uber's coming out, however, and Jack is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they're trying to chase here. They managed to get res. Murphy's the next one on Uka's hit list, but he doesn't actually get the damage down. Murphy escapes unscathed. Germany are holding passive in their choke, and Russia realize they can't actually push this. They've managed to kind of reclaim the ground of second. They've got the the cap and everything like that. The issue there was that Corky was in position, put a sticky down, ready to jump in, and there was a level 2 sentry and big door. Surely someone must have given them the intel there, because otherwise jumping into that, there's no chance. And that's what essentially saves the lives really of the German combo there. So Russia realizing they've got this disadvantage, they aren't really in control of the point anymore. Danny and Cuba just jumping in through choke. They're like, we're going to take this for free. And Germany, they want to push into last.
Yeah, and they're popping the Ubercharge here, Germany. Pahan has only 80%, so he needs to get out, but an early pop means that there's not going to be a lot of Uber left for the last point. Great headshot Broken once again, just cleaning house. A lot of damage being exchanged, but it seems that Germany will take a losing side this time. Quinter's low HP, and it's just the entire German team getting cleaned up by Russians. Only DQZ gone on their side. Quinter's in a lot of trouble, gonna get cleaned up too, and only Mezzo stays alive. He's still on last. He'll be looking at maybe some kind of a back cap, but no, he's looking for maybe getting a few more kills instead. Just kind of roaming the lobby area. He's getting found out. Now they know there's a spy around, so Fridge is on the case.
Yeah, Russia, they've proven that when you're pushing, you need to have this perfect. And at the moment, Germany have failed maybe 3 or even 4 pushes with an Uber advantage into last, and it's not really worked out well for them. And Russia, they have the skills, they have the DM, and if you don't put this clinically, it's going to be tough for them. You can see they're just edging forward. Walker with the Fist of Steel, just kind of peeking in through the chokies, in through Corky's and through now. They're just trying to see if they can get anything. Vikman gets the backstab onto Betty, so no worrying about sniping now, but Jack has to worry about getting so Broken is dominating him, walks in amongst that horde of players, manages to find the dome of Jack, and that is going to be a huge advantage. Pahan hasn't used yet, Jack. They're pushing big door already.
That is absolutely massive of a pick. Like, they just completely pushed Germany back. Murphy's by himself up on top of this balcony area, but he's going to have to back away with no extra heals and the health pack being taken. He's still holding the shutters, however. That's a much more safer spot for him, but the second one will have to be conceded. Pahan still holding on to that 100%. He doesn't want to get forced early, but Mezzo is there in the lobby looking for something, looking for someone to pass through. Vikman's moving in. He already sees the situation. He tells it around, and he's going to be able to feed that information to his team. Jack is building fast, however, 40% on him. Seems that Russia will have to make a decision, and that decision needs to come very soon.
Yeah, 50% on Jack. There we go, the Uber's coming in. Oh my gosh, they get Murphy down straight away. Uka's straight onto the point. He wants the rest of the Uber. He's going to take down Birdie, surely. Yeah, he does get cleaned up. And there's a backup going on. Walter Weiss is on the point, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be squared up 1-to-1 here. Honestly, the time is flying by here, Jake. 14 minutes gone now, and this has been back and forth. Germany will be kicking themselves 3-4 times they pushed into last with an Uber advantage, not being able to seal out and open that gap to make it a 2-0. And then Russia have been taking their chances. Broken has been popping off and getting those kills onto the medic. And again, Russia being much more clinical right now.
Absolutely. They just kind of were really taken aback after that first round But after that, they just realized, okay, if Germany's going to play this aggressively, we're going to look for some nice picks, and then we're going to push. And that's what exactly they're doing. Look at this. They're winning this middle fight. They only use 2 players. That's Furge and DQZ off the battlefield. But they've gotten like 4 kills back. 5, in fact. Jack's still alive, however, but he's on 90 HP. Quarky's on the case right now, looking to go into the balcony area, just lock it off, make sure that Russia team can cap middle, and then potentially cap second as well as a result of that. Both medics are equal in Ubers, however, and that's just going to make this last point a stalemate, but both teams are also equal in terms of total round numbers, which means Russia is and does have that advantage right now, and that's huge.
I think of all teams though in this competition, I don't think Russia would even consider just stalemating. Like they don't have it in their system. Even, they've dropped Utka here, so they may reconsider going for a trade or anything like that. They're just trying to get broken. Going for the hero shot doesn't manage to get anyone though. And I think what they're going to try and do is get broken into an angle. He's been hitting so many shots right now. I mean, in terms of points on the server, the only combat class with more is in fact going to be Utka. And Broken, they're dominating Birdie now, getting the advantage over the other sniper. I mean, Russia picked this map. There must be a reason for it, and I would have said, based on the plays that we see, this beast flank of Utka and DQZ, huge sixes potential there from those 2 players. And Utka, with the amount of points he's got right now, he's got a 2k right now. He's just taking these Ubers and getting kills, and Russia may even feel, oh no, they lose Broken, but this is the thing, they're happy to just sit and wait for Broken to try and get something and then go in for a trade because they feel confident in their DM.
Yeah, and that makes absolute sense here. Both medics are 100%, so all you're really looking forward to is just getting those extra picks, and that's why we see those Broken versus Birdie fights every now and then once, the snipers respawn. And now Birdie's just kind of edging himself towards the river, looking for the hero shot. It's not going to work out just enough because he's getting pushed away. There's a bit of a scuffle there in the lobby, just people looking for those picks. I think both teams are in a very similar mindset where they're just looking for picks. But Mezzo comes in, but no, the medic turns around just in case, behind a lot of trouble. He's going to survive, however, on 22 HP. That's huge. He's going to grab himself that little health back there, brings him up to 60, and the dispenser is right there, so he's going to survive. But Mezzo was so dangerously close to taking out the medic, which would have breaking down the stalemate. DQZ comes down under the river right now. Murphy's locking that position. Birdie once again looking at a fight with Broken, and Broken's going to lose this one this time. Danny finds some trouble in the lower river area. Corky's low on health, and Bahan still is holding strong. So is Jack.
Yeah, that's... Okay, I was going to say balls of steel there from Bahan as he drops the Birdie. Nothing you can do about that. No way you can milk it. I was just going to say the pressure is on the likes of Mezzo, the likes of Birdie, the likes of Danny to try and go out there and get the force. And finally, Birdie is the one that opens the door there, gets the drop onto Bahan. And now Jack, with the 100% Uber advantage, is going to be able to walk up. There's the teleporter exit for Russia on the high ground. Meath is there, gets a decent bit of damage down, just slowing things down for Germany, really. Maybe give Russia a little bit of time to get their respawns. They might want to hold big door, but Jack, with the 100% Uber here, Jake, Germany could just push into choke. There's not much Russia can do about this unless they get a huge pick again. Oh, yeah, they get the force.
They do get the force.
Huge.
Absolutely huge. Force out. Jack on 20 HP. He tried to hold it for as long as he could, but it didn't quite work out, and he's going to lose that advantage he had over Pahan. Vikman on the backside taking down a Birdie. That's huge. A lot of kills going down the way of Germany here. Jack survives, but Quintus is in a lot of trouble. He's running away through big door. He's probably going to survive this one. Jack on 10 HP. He's in so much trouble. He's going to survive this one, but he literally, anyone sneezes on him right now, he's going to die. And Utka is on the case. Jack is going to get a sandwich, however, and that's going to be enough. Quintus with a huge sandwich throw there saves the medic from certain death and maintains that Uber difference. They are slightly behind, but it's not significant enough for Russia to really push into unless they just decide to go for it and see what happens.
I mean, Jack's backing out there. Yeah, they get forced. I mean, Jack backing out there. He was pressured so hard by Vikman, and he was down really weak. You can even smell like, oh wow, Danny there. Sorry, I have to interrupt myself as Danny just collapses on them, gets a 4K, absolutely destroys the retreating Russian combo. That was not a good Uber, and this is kind of almost a mirror image of what happened earlier on. Again, Germany pushing out of last with 100% Uber advantage. But yeah, Jack really living on the edge there, picking up a health pack, and then Utka, everyone else on the chase, getting a sandwich, just getting the health up. And it seems at the moment Russia are, winning these DM fights, and it's being really hard work for Germany. It seemed the opposite at the start of the game, but Russia have really stepped it up in the second half of this game. so far, and Germany now are really the ones having to think, okay, we need to maybe group up a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you said is just that Russia has that clinical precision, surgical precision. And Germany, you know, they are getting their run for the money, essentially, with Russia playing this efficiently after that first round. It's just absolutely crazy. Jack has 100%, and, you know, look at this. Russians are missing a few players, and they're having a bit of a trouble holding on the second. Walker is just going to sacrifice himself, you know, waste a bit more time. But
he was trying to punch Meza there. He was just like, I'm stuck here. Let's go for a bit of boxing.
It's not gonna work out if you have those fists of steel, you know? You're gonna take some extra melee damage, man. Like, that's not how you do it. DQZ there in the lobby areas, having a bit of a scuffle there with a lot of the team. Boobers are being exchanged. A few kills going either way. Oh, Jack is in the sight line, and he gets scoped out. But there's a lot of players from Germany storming the point. They're gonna cap themselves in. So, yeah, it worked out somehow. I don't know how, but it did.
It did. It was scrappy, though. It was scrappy. I mean, Germany had an advantage. It kind of just took it a little bit too slow, and we've seen in these equilibrium situations on last that Russia have normally come out on the edge. But the most important thing there was that Fridge dropped. Fridge died earlier on in that exchange, wasn't given the flash of the Uber, and without the Pyro, he's been so instrumental in, you know, just keeping the space, and Russia weren't able to do it. So Germany won't care about that. They get the round on the board, and now they're in the lead, and less than 10 minutes to go here. There's still all to play for.
Yeah, there's still a lot to win in this game, especially that this is Russian pick of a map, so they really do want to perform here well. Few kills being exchanged, but it seems that Germany is trying to get that point. Nice pill there by Quirky onto Quintosh, taking him down. Meza going down in the backline as well, but Danny's on the case here and takes down Pahan. No more Mr. Medic for them. However, Jack doesn't have that many players to work with here on the middle. He's going to be really just forced out by Quirky. I think it's a good pop. Just make sure that he does survive. He was low on HP. He didn't want to risk it. And he still has that slight advantage over Pahan, who's still in the respawn queue. So, yeah, it's just kind of worked out for Germany this time around. They got themselves the middle, but I think the situation has been sort of equalized with that great force.
Yeah, but DQC is lurking on top. Just kind of watching. He jumps really high. He's not even going to go for the sack. He's just being annoying, really. Backs out. And Russia, they want to hold on to this. They've got players on the high ground. They know the Uber advantage isn't that big. DQC gets some health, goes in for another bomb. Reds is waiting. He actually took some. Oh no, Vikman! Vikman was the real play here, Jack.
Huge.
And Jake, he goes in for Jack. Broken takes down Murphy. DQC was just the distraction.
Absolutely huge, and that just worked out perfectly. You know, as a spy, you want those distractions. You want to be like that happened in that game, Poland versus England. Like, just distractions really work well for spies, and that's exactly what happened. That pick is huge now, and Pahan has that very, very nice install, almost 100% Uber advantage. There was Broken there, or no, Birdie there in the open, but Broken just makes quick work of him. And now, well, Germany's a bit of a trouble here, but Murphy has a very good spot on the lamp. He's going to be seeing everything and everyone who's going through. Pahan is in a bit of a trouble. If they spot Murphy, they do not. Look at this. They do. Oh.
Close. not where you'd normally expect to see a demo. I mean, it's good from Russia to just look up there that you'd normally expect to see a soldier maybe hiding up there. But Murphy, you would think would be a much more explosive answer. But Pahan's still on Uber advantage here, but not for long. I mean, I think by the time they even get towards last, Jack will have 100%. The big question is, do Russia realize that, or do they still think they're playing with an advantage?
I don't know, they just got popped there by Murphy. It was a great force. Now the counter pop comes out very late, very good for Germany. They're going to be able to stabilize on the point. Russia loses Fridge and Quirky. Walker is behind the Palmer, is going to get mowed down there very easily. Pahan decides to just walk away broken with a quick scope on Mezzo on a 5k streak already. He's dominating another player. That's absolutely huge for a sniper. Like, I just don't understand what's going on. Vikman's on the point. He's looking for a stab on the engineer, but he gets spotted by the scout. And I think that's all she wrote for this push from Russia, with both teams equal Ubers, equal situations, equal opportunities, but Russia is not willing to let this one go. Look how far forward Quirky goes.
Yeah, I was going to say this could either be really good or really bad, but Quirky and Fridge go down. Otka also got trapped in there. They lose DQZ as well to a headshot. Birdie starting to get a ring through a couple of kills, but Broken responds. He's on a 7-kill streak. Yeah, Russia really wanted to be there. Broken, another 8? He's not stopping Russia. Like, you know, as long as we can keep Broken in the sideline, they want to go in, but they're going to use the Uber. Oh, Otka, he's got the charge. Rez is having to mouse to as much as he can, gets enough time and space just so that Jack can get it. He was a few percent away, broken on a 9k before he finally goes down. But Germany might not be able to chase it. They've got other players. They've got Rez.
Absolutely massive there, like that exchange. Oh no, but Victor comes in and takes the care of Jack. Only 3 players up for the side of red here. Murphy's gonna go down as well. And even though this point was so dangerously close to being capped by Germany, Russia are gonna be able to hold onto it and possibly move into the second. Look, they have almost the entire team alive, minus Otka. So they're gonna just basically just kind of sit down. But Birdie's there, just make sure that doesn't happen. Broke with a quick scope, looking for the scout. He does get him somehow. I just don't understand. How is that even possible? Birdie there with a shot out to Vikman. What is going on, CeeJaey? I can't. I don't believe what I'm seeing right now. Both snipers just absolutely annihilating the entire server. It's like I'm watching Orange.
It's just 2 snipers. Everyone else is the supporting cast at this point. Like, it's just 2 snipers going head to head. Having a competition. How many people can they kill during the game? But more importantly, we have Russia on an uber advantage push into last, and we haven't seen one of these for a while. They've been pretty successful with them, and it's always been led by Utka. In he comes, Jake.
Absolutely huge. Oh, here comes the overcharge, yeah, and they just clean up house. Murphy going down, Quinter's going down, Rez as well, Birdie, everyone's just kind of falling like pieces of domino, and they clean up the rest and equalize the score 2-2 in this match between Russia and Germany. There's just so much happening. I did not even notice how they managed to push into this last point and just simply got it for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I like how you say pieces of domino there, because it's not like the dominoes are falling. The dominoes are being smashed into smithereens, and they're just being spread out here. 2-2 with 4 minutes to go. I have to say, the next round could potentially win this. We may go into a golden cap, and already Cubane trying to get aggressive. Germany are going for the aggressive push, taking their opponent's side, and Russia are kind of stuck here, but they've lost Cubane. They lose Jack to the stray pints from Corky. Oh no, Murphy and Rez are so weak. They don't have the heals. They have to back up and try and live here, and this is huge. Broken takes down Birdie. Both snipers have been getting kills on this mid-fight, but Jake, Russia could seal this out with the next uber push.
Yeah, absolutely. Murphy and Cubone, the only players alive for the German team. The rest is just now respawn queue or respawning. Middle is getting capped by a lone engineer. Now the second point is getting closed up. Murphy there alone in the shutter area of the lobby, just looking for some people to pass through. But everyone's deciding to go through river. Safe choice. Murphy's kind of like, what is going on? Where are the enemies? He sees Vikman. He pops a bit too late for that. Vikman survives in both teams. At full HP, Cubone still respawning for the German team. They don't have the Uber charge. Baham with 100%. Murphy has to just go for a hero play. Early pop.
Yeah, Rez is doing a grand job just pushing people away. He's still alive. Finally goes down there. Uka is in. He's going to try and go over. He's just looking for people to kill. Just looking. Broken is the one to take down Murphy. The hand gets backstabbed, so no heals. Broken gets another kill. DQC starts to step in. The players are pouring onto the point. They're all so weak. There's about 200 HP between 8 Russians on the point, but it doesn't matter because there's no Germans to stop them, and it is going to be 3-2 to Russia. They flip this from being 2-1 down. I said the next round might win it, Jake, but there's still 2.5 minutes to go, and I wouldn't put it past Germany to bounce back.
I can't believe it's already been 30 minutes of this game. It feels like just 5 minutes passed because it's just full action, non-stop Octane, just absolutely huge. And here comes Corky, very early, like, rollout, does a lot of damage to the enemy team. Broken's already scoped in, and look at this, he just picks up, like, a kill there. Just randomly Rez, walks into his sideline, DKZ on the sideline as well, just in the big door, causing trouble. Vikman decloaks, gets a nice stab onto Quintosh, Cubone going down, Birdie as well. A lot of players dead for the side of Germany. They're crumbling, CeeJaey, they're crumbling like the dominoes, you said. A headshot from Broken onto the engineer, and Jack goes down. He's just not quick enough to escape from those fast classes such as the demo man, the scout, the soldiers, just not quick enough for him to survive. And now Bahand is crushing advantage, and the crushing advantage of the Russian team having their full entire roster stacking second, looking on to last.
Yeah, I mean, the aggression from Russia there, as soon as they smelled blood in the water, they just chased and chased. They didn't even want to give Germany a sniff of a chance, because if Jack survives there and keeps the Uber, Germany can be aggressive and get something done. Oh my word! Mezzo with the revolver gets the force off of Bahan. Broken gets the kill onto Jack. So a force from Russia. They're not pushing into last though. Despite getting the med pick, despite being invulnerable, they don't want to risk it. They don't want any chance to have just a straight up DM fight, because the players here. Oh no, Murphy craters to those stickies, and he is going to go down. I think less than a minute to go here. You can cap pretty quickly. They're getting kills though, Jake. They get behind. Danny with the opener here. 4 Russians left alive, make that 3. If Germany push out now and keep on going, there is a chance.
There is a chance. 40 seconds is really not that bad if you just keep up the aggression, but they're just really slow on the rollout here. DQZ in the back line, just kind of waiting for someone to come through Shutter, but Walter Weiss is just going to go in and take him out. Moving forward is Russia, but I think everyone knows on the server, and also we both know it might just be too late for Germany to equalize this, and Russia will just clinch this win somehow. After this amazing showing of both snipers just destroying the server, somehow Russia finds themselves that win, that extra cap just coming in clutch, saving them from the golden round and moving this game on to the second map. CeeJaey, what a spectacle. But yeah, we're getting ready to start this game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Season 7 of Highlander Nations Cup, Germany versus Russia. We're right now watching the second map, which is the Koth Wormtick. No, not the Wormtick. Product is the map. And Russia is currently leading 1 point over Germany.
Yeah, Germany will be looking to try and get back into this, and they do get the first kill of the mid-fight. Quintosh is going to take down DQZ, and Birdie and Mezzo quickly get a couple of kills themselves. That is 3 down apiece. Russia playing kind of a little bit passive here, and this is going to be awkward. Cuban's getting aggressive. Quintosh walking across the point. Cuban does get taken down, and Russia will back out, but Germany winning that quite convincingly, very, very, comfortable, confident, and this was something I was going to bring up in sort of the interim here. Tomato has been Germany's medic throughout this entire competition, pretty much, and Denker's been their spy, and they're missing those 2 players for one reason or another. I don't know the details, but Pluha has been, I think, the main demo for Russia. At least he's played some games, and they're missing him as well. So both teams may be missing players they're more comfortable with. We'll have to see on the coordination back like this, and they get forced just from spam, Jake.
Yeah, there's 50% or 50 HP. Jack just moves forward the team. A very late pop by Pahan is allowing the Russian team to push the Germans back out of this middle point. They're currently capping it. They have all the people in play. Cubone there looking for a pick, but he's not going to get one. There's a lot of players down on the side of Germany. Jack is on half HP. He's going to get finished off by Pigman just before he dies. Great play, and Broken takes that care of Birdie, the sniper. And it's just overall a very great repush by Russia, just stabilizing themselves on the middle point after Germany took it and held it for about a minute.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time, but on an equilibrium situation, you would have wanted more out of that. And to get forced by just soldier spam across the map is kind of rough. And now Germany facing a disadvantage of about 50%. Have to, do they go for some sacks? Do they hope for a hero play from Mezzo or Birdie? What are they doing here? They're just kind of waiting, and this is where they start to lose more time than they've gained. It looks like Jack is committing in Russia. We know how aggressive they like to be. Uka, as soon as he sees that heal beam, he might say, let's go with the Uber now.
Yeah, absolutely, and well, they're just kind of waiting, they're biding their time. They don't have to worry about too much just yet. Murphy getting body shot by the sniper, and the last push, the Jack force, that happened very early on. Apparently Core tells us that it was due to the cleaver and ball combo. I mean, it's just unfortunate for the medic, but both medics now are on 100% Uber charge, getting ready to push this point. Naturally, Germany has those faster respawns, so they're going to be able to sacrifice a few players, but they're deciding to go in straight in and then try to force Pahan, but he gets juggled up. Great play there by Pahan, saving the Uber and the team from certain death. They only lose the scout. Fridge also getting the scope there by the sniper Birdie. And here comes Mezzo in the back line, causing a lot of trouble. 25 HP Warrior takes down the heavy weapons guy. He's going to survive, however, and Birdie, with a headshot into Broken, opens up the sideline. Germany in control of the point once again.
Yeah, in comes DQZ, gets a lot of damage down onto Murphy, but doesn't get the kill. Mezzo getting quirky means things are just going to settle down a little bit now. Germany even wanting to go for a forward hold, and the issue with that Uber from Russia, we've seen so many successful counter Ubers, they dropped Utka straight away, and when you don't have Utka leading the charge like they like to do, it's not going to work out well. Mezzo on a 3k right now takes down Broken so influential and is actually the highest scorer on his team right now, but keeping him out of the picture is proving to be pretty good going for Germany.
Yeah, absolutely. Mezzo just having a playground, a play day. Look at this. He's going to stab him again. Just not allowing him to leave respawn. at all. Mezzo just has a playground on this map, and I think that's the reason why I decided to choose it, because Mezzo is just such a force to be reckoned with, dismantling the enemy backline with such ease. Utkka's gonna get a body shot, so it's another very important play for Russia off the battlefield. Uber's coming out of Jack, Pahan popping his, just a bit of a scuffle there, but you know, neither team is really killing each other, but there's a lot of players down for the side of Russia. 1 minute left on the clock for Germany to equalize this. Russia needs just an extra bit of a push. Danny just soaring high. Oh, he's gonna get picked up by Utkka, finally getting a kill there. He's just not having the greatest time of his life. Mezzo so close to getting that mede, but not close enough.
He was following Broken out the spawn again. Broken was kind of like spinning around, checking his back, and then he went for him, and then the team was there. I just feel like Mezzo is just going to be an absolute nightmare for Broken this game. But now he's alive. He's trying to look down these sidelines. Can he go for a pick? I mean, Vikman's got res. Utka's managed to kill Murphy. And those are two big players. And finally, Broken gets in on the action, taking down Birdie. So 3 big players on this map: Pyro, Demo, and Sniper. Out of the equation, 14 seconds left for Germany. If they recap this and hold for 14 seconds, they're going to take the first round. And they're definitely going to be calming their nerves if they do that. But Russia aren't too far away.
Yeah, absolutely. They both teams really have the 100% Uber charge, which means they could still be anyone's game. Germany doesn't have that much time left on the clock to cap this one, as you said. So they just need to play it smart. They don't want to overextend. They don't want to risk too much. Mezzo so close to taking down the sniper once again, but was just getting blown away just in time. The point is now being slightly touched by the team, but they lose the demo man. That's absolutely huge. Wrestler getting full brunt of that Uber charge, trying to push the enemy team away. A lot of shares coming out of the side of blue. Russia trying to just save the team. 3 players down. They're going to have to wait a long time for that respawn to come up, but they're also cleaning up the house on the side of Germany. Walter goes down. Danny as well. Mezzo getting cleaned up by Walker, who is low on HP, but he's going to survive this one. Germany, however, is going to stabilize themselves on that point, but they're going to have those long respawn timers, and Russia has almost the entire team back up and running to get this point back.
They need to get on in now. There's only a few seconds to go. DQZ, Fridge all jumping in. The Stickies on the point take down 1. Murphy gets the second with the pipes. That's Fridge. Then he gets a third. Walker also down. He's still fighting this point. The cleanup comes in. Russia. Danny just launches himself onto the point. Takes down Pahan. I think they're getting enough kills here. Russia are trying to get bodies on the point, but that cap time is going to degrade pretty quickly now that it's overtime. I think that may be it for this round. Germany do get the opening here, but so far for me it's been, you know, Russia. We talked about how well they protected Broken on Gullywash. He's not being afforded the same protection here, and you know, if he keeps on going down, then Germany are making, you know, mistakes here. They're dropping players in Ubers, but if you're constantly dying to Mezzo in the back lines, getting spawn camped, then it's going to be pretty roughy. But Murphy gets submitted really, really fast there.
Yeah, that was amazing rollout by the demo man. Just able to put a lot of pressure on the enemy team, just kind of keeping Russia at bay, denying the forward positions. Birdie there scoping in, taking down Quirky, huge pick. No more no more damage on the battlefield really. Cubon's looking for Vikman. Vikman's gonna have to decloak, and he's gonna get the shot in the face. Then retaliation. Jack quite far forward. He's on fire. He's gonna survive. Takes himself a sandwich. Solo in HP. He's still so far forward, but he's gonna keep the players alive long enough to get the cap. But now comes the Russian deluge coming in with Pahan at 90% Uber charge. Broken just going absolutely mental there with 2K on his name. He's gonna fall back, but the point is still not touched by the Russian team. They're still looking for those kills. Murphy, 6 HP warrior. He's gonna have to be very careful. He's gonna just do just that. He's gonna kind of sit there. He might be count. Oh, Utkka cleans up too, actually.
Just don't underestimate this man. He loves the beam. He loves going in with those Ubers, but he'll also take the DM fights. He takes down Walter Weiss as well, and runs away to go and get a little cheeky buff. If you've got your scout doing that on this kind of map, then it's going to be really, really good fun for the rest of you. Russia, you know, taking the lead now in terms of the time. They have the Uber advantage. The thing is, during that mid-fight, Jack died to just afterburn. Like, Fridge was just spamming flares across the point, and he just died to the afterburn. And in comes the suicide wave. Pahan, he gets dropped. Mezzo with the 2 gets Pahan and Broken. Again, the suicide, the explosive classes with a distraction. You got to turn around. And in comes Mezzo for the quick drop. And now Germany have a huge chance.
Absolutely YUGE play, man. Just absolutely huge by Mezzo, just saving a lot of trouble from Germany. But the problem is Germany are not really capitalizing on this advantage that they have. They have a 100% Uber charge, and they have to pop early because DQZ is there forcing them out. And there's a lot of players just going down the side of Russia, but they're also not, you know, just staying there idle. They're taking a few names with them. Walker there on the cliff side. They do take down Broken, and now is all Walker by himself, though. Fist of Steel is gonna get shot by Birdie. That's just unfortunate. Even with those Fists of Steel, a fully charged headshot is just gonna take you down. Now Utka is just making his way forward, just gonna spam a little bit. You know, he's all by himself. Russia has just lost the point, but they're gonna get those faster respawns now that they don't have the point.
Yeah, they can go in, maybe go in for a force, maybe go in and try to get somebody. Oh, okay, catching pipes there. Didn't have his gloves there. Will die to Murphy, just spamming across that sight line. I mean, Jack has an Uber advantage. If Germany are aware of this, they may just want to Uber in and be aggressive. There is no Corky on the field for Russia, and it looks like Cubane's just kind of sniffing things out. Is anybody there? They still have this Uber advantage, but the Han 85's catching up, getting closer.
Oh, that was so close to getting the medic, though. Here, Vikman taking down the Pyro. That's good enough to get the force out of Pahan on 30 HP. Jack's Ubering as well, but he doesn't have the team, and those respawn timers are just so devastating. Vase is just surfing up. He's almost safe, but Walker's, their anti-aircraft gun, taking him down, and the point is now in the hands of Russia as they're kind of cleaning up the house from Mezzo and all the stragglers that are left behind. Now Pahan has that slight advantage over Jag, but it's pretty much negligible. Vikman there on the prowl as well. A very good position to just feed the information. Broken scoping in, fully charged, looking for a shot. Misses first one. He's looking for another. He's going to see Murphy. He's going to miss this one, unfortunately, too. It's just such a difficult angle to play against. Oh, Jackdo!
Broken, huge. I was going to say Russia have the advantage, but it doesn't matter if your sniper can do that. And there we go. The Germans try to go in, maybe get a force, get something out of Pahan, get somebody important. But Broken on a 4K right now. Everyone else on Russia just cleans up. But no, Cubone sneaks in out of the house. Nobody checked it. Hits a few shots, takes down Pahan. 12 seconds in the respawn queue for him. And now Germany have an advantage.
Yeah. And the advantage is going to come in crucial. I mean, if I was Pahan, I'm just going to backseat the game a little bit. If I was Pahan, I would just pick a quick fix here, because it's just going to build faster. It's going to match that Uber charge, and it's going to keep the team alive much better. Of course, you're missing out on the overheals, but, you know, the heals are just so important. And in a game as high damaging as this one, I think it would just be more beneficial. We're going to see how it's going on here. DQZ jumping in. Huge wall jump there. He's going to find Rest for trouble. Get reflected on him. And now here, Mezzo trying to get a stab on the sniper once again. He's just focusing Broken this entire damn game. Pahan is just left unguarded. And then yet, Mezzo just focuses Broken. They just know how dangerous the sniper is.
Yeah, Broken does go down to Birdie, but the thing is, it's now overtime for Russia, and Germany have to get people on the point. They do. They've actually got forced as well. They've used the Uber. They're on the chase. Pahan is in relative safety near the spawn, obviously. Never too safe with how deep these players like to go. But no, Russia have got their medic out now. Now they have a huge Uber advantage. They've got just over a minute to play with here. If they manage to push this, they're going for the far side. They're going for the opposite side of the map now. In comes Murphy. Huge bomb, and does get the force.
That's absolutely huge here. Force is out of Pahan. They don't have the point yet either. Murphy's down, but that's just not going to be enough. The entire Germany team is still alive. Fridge is double plus and one, trying to make sure that Mezzo is not around, just destroy this push, and they lose a few players here. Russia, DQZ, knee broken, Vikman all down, but it's huge. Corky comes in, just doing so much damage to the enemy team. Jack is about to hit 100%, however, and here comes the scout Cubone. He's gonna get mowed down. There's so much damage being exchanged. This still could be anyone's point, as Russia still has to cap this point, but they just cannot do it just yet. Germany, 30 seconds left on the clock. Russia at 0. If Russia caps this one, they're gonna win. They just need to play it very smart.
Yeah, they're walking forward now. They're getting the cap time. Germany still waiting on some of these respawns. Are Broken takes a lot of HP off the battlefield with that headshot onto Quintosh, Birdie, Murphy, Danny, Jack, all getting cleaned up. Russia will get the cap to square things up on this map. It is now 1-1 on product, and as we expected, Jake, it's just going to be as close as the first map.
I am just like spent right now. How many rounds do we still have?
I mean, it's the best of 5, right? So it's whichever team reaches 3, we could have another 3-2 on this map, and I certainly expect it as we see just kind of these positions being taken, this aggression from both sides.
Absolutely. And that's why I think as well, it's just going to be a long game, but I don't really mind at all. This has just been high octane action all day long, as Murphy coming in with huge damage with the immediate team. He's not going to pick up anything, but at least going to force them out. Behind, he has a lot of work on his hands right now to just make sure that the team survives. Walker just comes in from the cliff area, takes down the heavy, goes down himself, but just 1-for-1 is good enough. DQZ surfing, great. What was that surf, man?
That was honestly ridiculous. I can't believe I just witnessed this. DQZ goes flying in and like surfs this explosion damage from Murphy's grenade, I think, and that gives them enough leverage to land just behind Jack and finish off the kill. There was about 3 players trying to kill Jack. He probably thought he was safe, but no, not when there's at least 1 player who can get to you. And it does look, we're gonna have time for a breather here, because it looks like we're gonna pause, Jake. So time to think. But Jack going down, Baran 100% Uber. Whew.
Yeah, it's difficult to be casting at this speed all the time, CeeJaey. I think you and I both know how painful it is on your throat, but this is basically the game we're being given here. Like, both teams just are not relenting at all. They both want to win this game. Germany more so than Russia, since they already have 1 victory behind them. And so far, it still really could be anyone's game. It's 1-1 on the scoreboard. Both teams so equally matched. Of course, we're seeing Mezzo just focusing down Broken so much to the point where I think this man's just gonna have PTSD after this game. He's just gonna be walking down the street and looking behind his shoulder every single time in case there's a spy cloaked in the corner. Pahan there's just so much damage being dealt to Pahan from Germany. It's just ridiculous. I would not want to be in his shoes. It is just at this point just pure DM is what it is.
It is, but the big question for me is how these Ubers are going to play out. We saw on Gullywash the Uber exchanges working out really well, and Russia they seem a little bit more concise. They're not dropping very many players in these Ubers. They have a clear strategy. It's, Uka gets the beam, Gorky comes in, Fridge is sort of the backup there. With Germany, it's very much Murphy going in with these Ubers, getting out the damage, and then the cleanup comes in afterwards. Kind of like an opposite way round almost. And Germany are obviously relying on getting the picks from I was going to say Mezzo and Birdie, but obviously Broken and Vikman have been doing a good job as well. So it's a very equal scenario when you have 2 huge snipers. They're having great games so far, going head to head. 2 demos who are pumping out crazy damage. 2 scouts who are doing the cleanup. It's hard to spot a place where you can split them up.
Yep.
After that first round, if Germany won the second round and, they were like, okay, we're going to start taking a lead here, maybe they could have run away with it. But the fact is, it's exactly like Gullywash, where we haven't seen a 2-round difference between these 2 teams so far in this game.
Yeah. And we have the Uber charges. Great display there by the Pyro, but it's not good enough because here comes the Spy taking Jack down. That's huge for Russia right now. So they're just pushing in, trying to use this advantage that they have and solidify themselves on this point. Just keep controlling it because there's just not a lot of time left. Of course, the timers right now are lying to us, at least to me, but they definitely are in control of the point and they have the advantage over Russia. Corky on half HP, but he's going to still survive. Huge bomb by the soldier Danny, but he's going to just immediately get deleted by Broken, who just makes sure that the medic survives, and a huge headshot on the Murphy to follow. See, this is what happens when you leave him unguarded.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge. The Uber comes in from Russia there, but the fact that Vikman gets the backstab onto Jack just extends the Uber advantage. It just recycles again. We are in an equal Uber situation now, but Walter Weiss, Birdie, they both go down. With Birdie down, there's a lot less pressure onto Broken, and there we go. Fridge picks up Mezzo, now dominating him. It does feel like at the start, in that first round, the round that Germany won, Mezzo was just on Broken. He got about 4 or 5 kills out of the spawn on him. But now Russia are like, okay, Broken, you're having a chaperone. Stick with us. We're watching out for Mezzo, and the longer Broken stays alive, the more damage he has.
Yeah, and the headshots are just huge, and like the picks he gets are just so important there as well. He also denies just long sidelines. Look how far back Germany sits. They're just waiting for the Ubercharge, who's coming out right now. Huge bomb by Murphy. He gets flashed just in time. Great play by Jack, but the counter pop comes out as of Russia as well. Just making sure that they just push this aggression back. Germany on the back foot here. They didn't get enough or too many kills in this exchange. Broken this high spot, completely unguarded, taking out people. Vikman there on the side as well, and just using this distraction to destroy this entire main force of Germany. Once again, Russia comes out on top.
Vikman gets Jack and Rez there and almost just guns down Murphy too. He dies to other damage, but Vikman having an absolutely amazing game. Huge round so far. It's kind of crazy. I mean, Mezzo's got the most amount of points on Germany right now with 45. Vikman is 42. So, you know, when you compare one of the best spies to have ever played the game, Vikman is doing a great shift himself. 10 seconds left on the clock here. They do lose Corky, Russia, so they're going to be without their demo man. Vikman gets a 4K as he's now on Birdie as well. He goes, so he drops down and he gets Murphy. How does he do this, Jake?
I don't know, he just completely unguarded there. Rez is just not fast enough on that flamethrower, which means that, you know, the spy will have a free range of this entire map. And Rez, you know, like, he's so much stuff to deal with. He has the jumpers, he has the scouts, he has the demo man, he also has the spy. The Uber's coming out of Russia right now, trying to clean up house. Corky gets caught just in time. Wiethoofd in a lot of trouble there, as Jack doesn't have his supercharge, but he just pops his just to save the team, just enough, but it's not enough for them, as they only have 4 players to work with. Murphy solo on health is going to get jumped by DQZ, and the point's going to be in the hands of Russia for their second round of this map. Last round for them to go. Germany has a huge mountain to scale here, CeeJaey, and they have to win this if they want to stay, because otherwise they're going to have to look at the third place match against England fairly soon, with Russia going on to finals.
Yeah, I mean, I think someone's changed something in the Matrix, right? Because I'm getting deja vu. This is exactly what happened on Gullywash. Germany going 1 round to the good, and then Russia coming back to make it 2-1. If we're going to have an exact copy, we're going to see Germany win this round, and they have to. Like you said, if they don't, if Russia win this round, they take this semi-final 2 maps to 0 and book a date with Poland in the final. So Germany, no, this is last chance saloon, but Broken gets a headshot into Murphy. Germany 3 down, and the rest of the players are very, very weak. They're getting cleaned up. They're being very aggressive here, Jake, but it doesn't matter if you're not getting the kills.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is a mistake by Germany team. They lose Jack there as well, and by capping this point, they're going to extend their respawn timers. Most of the Russian team is alive and kicking, which means they're just going to retake this very easily, and there's nobody on the Germany team that's going to be able to get this one back, because their respawn times are still slow, because it just updates when you cap the point. It's crazy. That was just a misplay, in my opinion. They lose Jack as well, which means Pahana has 100% cozy advantage in his hands, and Russia is in complete and absolute control of this game right now, CeeJaey.
Yeah, I mean, they're holding all the cards. You know, they have Uber advantage, they have the point. They know that, you know, they can make a mistake or two and it's not going to cost them the game, whereas Germany don't have that benefit. Mezzo comes in, gets the backstab onto Fridge, also gets broken. How he manages to do that from that position is crazy. Bahan also getting forced. Germany not spending too many resources to do it either. Danny doing a great job of just getting some spam down. Will get cleaned up, but Russia there. Oh no, Vikman comes in and gets the kill onto Jerk. This is game changing.
Absolutely huge. Their Jack going down once more is just spelling disaster for Germany. They're losing time. They're burning daylight. Danny is onto Pahan. He's going to get the kill, and that's very crucial there, because most of the Russian team is now you know, in the respawn queue. But then again, this is another problem of Germany, because they just kept the point. They want to get the point, and that's totally fine. But that also means they're going to shorten the respawn times for Russia, which means they're going to be able to get to the point much faster. Pahan's not going to have that much of a disadvantage. They should have waited a few more seconds just to make sure they get the respawns, and the enemy team does not. But of course, in the heat of battle, you don't make the right and rational decisions here. DQZ jumping in, gonna get cleaned up. Birdie scoped in, fully charging into Corky, and then Res double plus M1 into Vikman, making sure that Russian respawns are not going to come and be a problem here. Utka having a bit of a scuffle on the sideline with the Cubone, and Cubone's going to lose this one thanks to Broken.
Yeah, I mean, Germany looking better now. They have this Uber advantage. They have control of the point. They need to see this out. They're just now going to take the lead in terms of time. So Russia, again, you know, they're bleeding a couple of players here to the sniper. Birdie's starting to pop off. In comes the suicide. Corky gets stopped mid-air. DQZ with the rockets, and it's going to be Quintosh that basically trades his life there. Yeah.
Not a great pop, was it?
Not what Germany want at that point, do they? No.
Yeah, they kind of expected the Russian team to just kind of go forward. You know, they knew that Pahan doesn't have the advantage, so they just wanted to go aggressively. But Russia was like, yeah, I'm just going to wait and spawn. Like, just have fun, you guys. Pop the overcharge, you know, stop shining. And then they are moving back in. Look at this. First pick off this mid is onto Birdie. DQZ taking down Cubone on the side. That's 3 down on the side of Germany. They don't have the overcharge. 4th going down as well. That's huge. Quirky is still dealing a lot of damage. Pahan still holding at 100%. They're going to cap this point dry with Jack so far forward. He's going to get picked up like broken, unfortunately, there for the medic. And once again, Russian absolute and total control with Pahan holding onto that 100%. That's huge.
That is huge. Yeah, I mean, when you're pushing on a Koth map, if you're able to capture the point and keep your Uber in play, and the enemy now doesn't have it, but it's almost back to square one for Germany. Like, they're now having, okay, great. Now, again, we have to do all of the hard work of trying to get a force out of Pahan and, you know, not lose too many people. The Birdie does get Walker down, so no heavy. That's the big anti-aircraft gun off the point. Wiethoofd, very aggressive, but just gets obliterated. Meef and Utka there with the hit scan, just taking them down very, very quickly. Murphy with the spam. They're going to get the force. They're going to get the chase, but no! Jack is too far in. It gets caught out by those stickies. And Germany now losing the lead in the time. They have to, again, regroup and retry.
It's just absolutely crushing for Germany. They need to win this one. They know they're playing against the clock. They know they only have 55 seconds on the enemy clock to work with. But Russia is just so punishing. They're so oppressing with their playstyle, with their aggression, with the picks that they get. No one is able to go through their defense right now. And look at this. They're still taking a lot of damage, but Pahan is keeping them alive. Broken is just such a force to be reckoned with. He's just taking down Mezzo with a body shot. He just has to just look at the massive players and shoot and hope for a headshot, but a fully charged body shot is going to work as well. Quintos with a nice little cheeky surf onto the safe spot of Japan. He's going to just kind of back away. Birdie's going to get sniped. Broken is on a massive kill streak of 9. I don't know if Germany can do it. There's only 18 seconds left on the clock, CeeJaey.
Yeah, they have to do it now. They have to do it now. Pahan doesn't quite have the UV yet, so there is a chance to get some spam, but he's playing very passive here. He's just waiting until he's got his charge. He does get it. Germany have lost 1, 2, 3. They've now lost 4. The Uber comes out. Jack is caught out, broken on a 10 kill streak. There's only 4 players left alive for Germany. The respawns, there's actually people already leaving the server. They're not even going to attempt to get to the point. The GGs are called, and it is going to be Russia reaching the final for the 2nd successive tournament, and they'll be facing Poland later on this week.